Hey guys, Mike Taylor, broker owner, Red Door Property Management. Today I'm super excited. We are rolling out our inaugural monthly rental market report. So we're going to take a look at all of the trends, the data, and see what's going on with the Indianapolis rental market. I'm super excited. No one else is really doing this in this space. There are people, you can get lots of data on the sales information, but nobody's doing this in the rental space. So I'm super excited about this. Today, we're going to look at the Metro Indianapolis market. So we're pulling this information from our MLS, what we actually technically call it our BLC, but this is going to be their entire service area. So more or less Metro Indianapolis. We will break out each city that we manage so that we can get a little bit more granular on the data, and you can take a look at city by city what's going on there, because there are some definite differences. But today we're going to take a look at the overall Metro Indianapolis area. We're going to take a look at year-over-year statistics, month-over-month statistics, days on the market. Really valuable stuff when you are trying to evaluate whether or not to invest in an area, or you want to find out what's going on with your rental. Anyway, we want to just provide this resource to you to give you more information to make your decisions on. So without further ado, let's take a look. Okay guys, here is some numbers on the Indianapolis rental market for the month of August 2022. This is a really high level glance at what's going on here, but let's jump in and take a look at these numbers and see what's happening. So up here, top left, active homes for rent. So if we just pull up and just get into the MLS and say, okay, how many homes are actively available right now? 647 is the number. Now that may or may not mean anything to you, but if you look just down below it, we can take a look at what did that do year over year and month over month. And it's actually quite shocking. Year over year, that 647 is up 66% from August of 2021. So that is huge. Even from last month, we're up 34% from July of 2022. So this is definitely a number that we want to keep our eye on to see why is there such an influx of homes for rent on the market. I don't know if it is interest rates. I don't know if it's kids going back to school. I'm not sure what it is, but there's definitely an influx of homes on the market in August of 2022. Okay. So let's take a look at the number of homes rented. So we had 365 homes rent in August of 2022. Again, this is information for all of Metro Indianapolis, so the entire MIBOR service area. So that 365 actually represents a decrease from August of 2021 of 7% and a decrease from July of 2022 of 5%. So we definitely need to keep our eye on these two numbers because they are diverging. We're getting more homes on the market and less homes actually renting. So don't know if this is just a little blip in the market or again, if this is a seasonality thing, but we definitely need to keep an eye on these. Be really curious to see what the numbers look like in September for these two numbers as well. Let's take a look also then top right, average days on the market, 33 days on the market. That's pretty good overall. However, if you look below it, it's actually a 65% increase from August of 2021. So that's a huge increase. I mean, that's more than double of what it took to rent a house last year. And actually it's a 43% increase from July of 2022. So these three numbers are kind of indicating that there's definitely a cooling off of the rental market. More supply, less demand, longer time on the market. So again, this is only 1 month of data. If you want to take a look at the full report with up to 4 years of data, so you can kind of see how this compares, just click on the link below and we'll get a copy to you of the 4 years of data so you can kind of get some historical perspective on this. Let's take a look at average rent, bottom left. So the average rent has been creeping up month over month. We are now at an average rent of $1,589. So $1,589 is the average rent for Metro Indianapolis. You're not going to see huge month over month or year over year gains, only because it's just been slowly creeping up every single month. So this represents a 4% increase from August of 2021, and actually a slight decrease of 3% from July of 2022. So that the decrease from July of 2022 kind of coincides with these other numbers that we looked at. The more homes on the market, less of them renting, taking longer. So we have personally seen homes are taking longer to rent than they have in the past. It's been sudden, but we are definitely seeing that on our end. The homes that we have active right now are definitely taking longer to rent. And inevitably that does lead to price decreases. So that's probably why you're seeing that decrease there from July to August. So again, another number to keep our eye on. Have we peaked in terms of average rent? Don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens over the next couple of months to see where we land on this. The middle graph here is kind of breaking down where these are in the market. So where are the active homes? Where are the homes being rented? At what price point? So this is broken down by price point. Okay. So there's a ton in this 500 to 1,000 per month. There's a ton of active homes in there, and not as many people renting them. As you get towards, this is kind of what I call the meat of the market here. This 1,250 to 2,000. You've got about a even number of homes on the market and renting. So that means it's about a 1 month absorption rate, which we'll talk about in just a second. But this is kind of where supply and demand are kind of even right now in terms of number of homes rented and number of homes on the market. And then as you kind of get into the fringes of the higher end of the market, you see that homes on the market supply definitely outstrips demand. In this 2,000 to 2,500, and it gets a little more accelerated in the 25 to 3,000, and kind of more of the same at that 3,000 point. But most of our investors are in this 1,000 to 2,000 per month across most cities. Some of the Hamilton County stuff might push a little bit more than that. But again, we're going to break down each city that we service on a more granular level, so you can kind of see, what are homes in Carmel renting for? What are homes in Noblesville renting for? What do these graphs look like in those areas? What are the days on the market there? So it will help you kind of see how different parts of the city are doing, different cities are doing, things like that. It'll be not as a high level view. We'll kind of break it down city by city to get that information out to you. And then the last thing we want to talk about is absorption rate. So absorption rate means if it's in a number of months. So the absorption rate is 1.7 months. So that means if we stop putting homes on the market in 1.7 months, we'll be out of inventory. Okay, so it's kind of a really quick way to get a gauge of the health of the market. In sales, they say 4 to 6 months supply of homes is kind of a balanced market. I mean, for the past, I don't even know what year, 2 years, in most price points, we've been like a month or maybe 2 months supply of homes. So it's been obviously a seller's market over the last couple of years in the sales market. I don't know anybody who's kind of declared what healthy is in the rental world in terms of an absorption rate. I can just tell you, me personally, I feel like somewhere between 1 and 2 months is what I would call a balanced market. So I think we're in a balanced market right now, but things are taking longer than they used to. There's definitely more homes on the market. So it just remains to be seen how this shakes out, if we are going to see a dip in rent, or maybe this is just a blip and it's kind of onward and upward from here. So really excited to see September's numbers. So that's it for kind of the high level view of the Indianapolis rental real estate market. Again, if you want that full report, just click on the link below. We'll happy to send that out to you. And look for these to come out for different cities, as well as each month we're going to produce one of these to keep you informed. So thanks so much. Until next time.